Traders in the building, what's good, man? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm so glad that you've discovered me. And if you're a 10 subscriber, thank you so much for the continued love and support. You already know what time it is, man. It's that time of the week where we do the weekly analysis. And today, I'll be doing the dollar index, gold, US30 and US100. And I'll start with the dollar index since it's the first on the watch list. And as you can see, I am bullish on this market. And to explain why for those who are new, simply because we are in a bullish trend. I say this because we keep making higher highs over here. We keep making higher highs and we keep making higher lows. Another reason to notice is that we are currently a level of sensitivity. We are currently above structure. This was previously our resistance before price broke above, came back, and it found support on that area and bought from there. And my anticipation is that it should buy at least up to until this high over here, and until then there's nothing more, there's nothing less. I'm still gonna be continuing to look for buys. But how can you take advantage of this move going to the upside? It's easy. Go to a smaller time frame and look for structure. Structure is anything that is suggesting that the market is about to buy. It could be a pattern, it could be a flag, it could be anything at all. Personally, I look for a break and a retest, and that's how I like to trade my charts. So as you can see on this area, I did indicate that I'm expecting for price to come at least above this area. Already it's above that area. I'm expecting for price to give us a retest. Let me zoom in. I'm expecting price to give us a retest on this support over here, and then from that area we can expect to start looking for buys. I'm expecting a retest and then a continuation. But you know the market, how the market is, man, it could do anything. So that's all I have for the week that is coming on the dollar index. If you didn't understand, you are free to comment down below, and I'll try to make it make sense to you. Moving on to another instrument of the day. This is gold. This is the instrument that I specifically trade, and man, I've been having a very tough time on the markets. The past 3 weeks, I believe it hasn't been such a good experience for me. So looking at gold, I am currently bearish on this market, and I will explain to you guys why. The simple reason to note is that we are currently below a level of sensitivity over here. We are below a trend line. You notice there's a first touch, second touch, third touch, and a fourth touch. And anytime price gets there, it fails, gets there, it fails, gets there again. And if the price was rejecting, so for the past 3 weeks I was bullish and I was buying because of the conflict in the Middle East. However, I did notice that because of the fundamentals, the dynamics have changed. Now it seems as if investors are no longer interested into buying this market, and instead they are taking profit from the buys that they took. They're closing their positions that they had opened due to the shock of the conflict. So now we can expect, rather we are seeing that gold is failing now to break those highs, and it's coming back down over here. So this is why I'm looking for sells. Another reason is we also do have an area of sensitivity over here, this zone over here. You notice first touch, second touch, and a third touch. Price got there again, reject, got there, reject, got there. And so that is another reason why I am selling this market, and I'm expecting that this market should come down at least until this low, and then from there we can expect another break below, and then a continuation to this trend line, so on and so forth. So how can you take advantage of this move? Go to a smaller time frame. Let's go to a daily time frame, and again we look for structure. Structure is anything suggesting that the market is about to go up or down, but because you're looking for structure to the downside, as you can see, I've already drawn for you what I'm anticipating, or rather what I would need to see before I can enter for those sells. I would love for the market to come break below this area over here, because we do have an area of sensitivity. This is structure. If you notice on your left side, this is where price previously was resisting from. So if you can break that area, I'd be confident to enter for a sell on the retest of that area and hopefully push price to these lows. However, I would be paying attention also to this area over here. So that's all I have for this week that is coming. You need to pay attention. I mean, anything could happen because we are above a level of sensitivity. Price could just bounce and go up, but because I'm anticipating a sell, I'll be waiting for this, and if price doesn't break below, then I'll start looking for buys, and I'll try to update you guys on that one as we go on. So last week, this is what I usually do. I like to show you guys the trades that I took. So this is how I traded last week. My week was bad, honestly. On Monday I didn't take any trade, and I will explain why. So when the market opened, initially I thought I was going to buy this market, but however, we did see that the price broke below this structure over here. And now I was still bullish on this market. It broke below the structure and breaking our low over here, right? And it did something like this. So at this point, I was like, should I enter for sales, or rather should I wait to enter for more buys, right? And because I was looking for buys at that point, I was like, you know what, it's not worth it for me to keep to buy this, to sell this market when I'm anticipating buys. Let me rather just call it a day, and I moved on with my day. So on Tuesday again, I didn't take any trades, and the reason was I didn't see any obvious structure where I could sell this market, because at that point, because I saw there was a lot of selling pressure, I was like, you know what, maybe I should start looking for sales. And then at that point I was like, okay, I'm gonna sell. However, I didn't see any structure for me to enter for those sales. Moving on to another day, on Wednesday, then this is where I then took my first trade, right? What I saw was okay, because price created this resistance over here, I would love to sell the market if it can get back to this resistance. And as you can see, price never got there and it melted. And price, this was still the same day, around afternoon, I think. I don't know what time it was, and then I noticed that price just broke about below the structure over here, and I was like, okay, since it broke below the structure, I'm just gonna sell on the retest. And luckily it gave me that. I took a sell, and as you can see, man, price melted over there. Unfortunately, I did not take screenshots because I don't know why, man. I was so stressed out last week. I didn't take enough screenshots, so please forgive me for that, guys, because I usually do. And now, but I'm showing you my trades that I took for that week, right? And then on Thursday, the market opens around these areas over here, and I know this as a low, as a support. And to my thought, I'm like, you know what, price should be buying from this point, because if you can go to a bigger time frame, you would notice we were at a support. So I was like, you know what, price should buy from this point. But then as I saw this move breaking this area of significance over here, I was like, maybe not, maybe I should look for sales, right? And that's what I did. I took a sale over here, and as you can see, I don't need to explain, I ended up with a loss. And moving on to another day, right? So another day on a Friday, this is what I did. I took 2 losses on Friday. So initially what I thought was, because price couldn't couldn't continue going down and it went up, I thought maybe I should start looking for buys. And so this is where that was my break, retest of structure, and I entered a buy. Went into profits a little bit, and I was excited that I'm gonna win the trade. And as you can see, I ended up losing it. And now at this point, honestly, I was not following the plan with this last trade over here. I was just like, you know what, it is what it is, man. Let me just take another buy. Took another buy, and I lost. So, and now this is why I need to go back and do a lot of back testing, because I do see that I fumbled a lot last week. I made a lot of mistakes, so I need to take time to myself. And moving on to another instrument, US30, and on this one, I'm bullish on this particular market simply because you won't see it on this higher time frame. However, if you notice, we did come from a support. So initially, usually what price does, if it comes from a support, it likes to go until a resistance. So this is why I was bullish on this market. So now let's go to a daily time frame. Just over here, we had a resisting trend line over here, right? First touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, fifth touch, and now price broke above that area. And so we are also above a level of sensitivity. We are above structure over here, right? So based on how I trade, I do believe price should go up at least until this area of resistance, come for a retest, and this is where we can enter for buys. And if you miss this buy, if price breaks above here, another retest, you enter for buy, and so on and so forth. However, guys, you should note that on this particular market, this is a significant area of sensitivity. This is an area where price likes to reject a lot of times. If you can look on your left, price has been ranging from this area over here. So there's no chance, really. There is chances of this market breaking above this area are close to nothing. So when price gets here, you just need to observe what it's doing. If it's not showing to break that structure, then maybe you should look for sales. But if you see that this market is breaking the structure, then on the retest, look for buys. That's all I have for US30, man. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Moving on to the last instrument of the day. This is US100, and let's go to the monthly time frame. I'm bullish on this market too, and let me explain why. It's simply because we are in a bullish trend. You notice over here, I don't need to explain, right? The market is simply going up. That's the first reason to note. Another reason is we come from a support, we should go to a resistance. Usually that's what price does, and that's what I've seen over and over again. So how can you take advantage of this move going up? Go to the daily time frame and you look for structure again, anything suggesting that the market is about to buy. And similar to US30, we have the same structure over here. Recently broke above a trend line. I'm expecting a retest and a continuation to the upside. And again, anything could happen on this market, because as you saw, this is where price failed to break above. So again, it could go up and fail. So you just need to pay attention. If you see that price is failing to break above the structure, you should look for sales. But if it is breaking above that structure, then a continuation, and hopefully we are shooting to the moon, right? So yeah, man, that's all I have for the week that is coming. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. If you see something that I didn't see, comment down below. Feel free, let's share our thoughts and ideas. And yeah, man, I love you guys. Thank you for watching up to this far. See you next week, same time, same place, and I am out.